Today I am making a Mexican lasagna. I'm using a lot of the recipes from my other YouTube videos, so I will tag them down below. I'm using my taco meat, which is cauliflower, and this one has pecans and walnuts. I can't remember what I did in the YouTube video, but you can use either or both. I did both, and I put the sun-dried tomatoes in here. So I have my taco meat already mixed up in here. I have I called it enchilada sauce this week, but my red cheesy sauce, that might be the right name. Anyway, that one is in here. I have a can of organic black beans. Anytime you buy beans, make sure you buy organic. To harvest them, they spray them to dry them quickly to make it easier to collect them and to make sure they dry quickly to make harvesting even faster. And so make sure you buy organic or they are sprayed. And so these are some organic black beans that I have already drained. And then I have my taco ranch sauce. I made in here, it's a little over a cup. It might not be enough, we will see. And then I'm making mine with zucchini today. So you could use zucchini, you could use eggplant. I prefer not to use pasta because that is a highly refined product. So I don't eat any gluten at all. I have an autoimmune disease that is tied to wheat, and so I don't eat any gluten. But I prefer the zucchini or the eggplant. Sometimes I make them even with turnips. If I get the big turnips, I can slice them thin at like lasagna noodles. But I do like zucchini, and we're coming into the summer months where zucchini is definitely in season. Let me grab a knife. I'm going to be using a mandolin today, but I'll show you a couple of different methods. I'm just going to cut the ends of the zucchini off, and then let me set this up. I want it fairly thin. I did not get the guard out. Don't use your mandolin without the guard. I shouldn't have done that. And then I'm just going to run it across, and you can see you get these nice thin pieces. If you do not have a mandolin, you could always use a vegetable peeler. I prefer to use the mandolin because you can see that is really paper thin, which means it'll cook really fast. If you wanted to make a vegan bacon, that'd be perfect for that. But I'm going to use the mandolin. I want them all to be kind of evenly spaced. And I like a little bit of thickness. You can see it's not too flimsy. It's going to be more like a pasta texture. This is probably an 1/8 to a 1/16 inch thick. It's not too thin. Anyway, before I slice some more, I'm going to put some of my red sauce, my enchilada sauce, in the pan first, just to put a coating of moisture on the bottom, though the zucchini is going to give off a lot of liquid as well. I don't grease the pan. I don't use any parchment or anything, just the sauce. And I like to use a measuring cup because I can kind of spread with the bottom there. All right, so I'm going to lay these. If I put these here, can you see? Maybe not. I'll get it started where you can see. So I'm going to lay these down, and my zucchini just happens to be the width of the pan. So I'm just laying them this way. And some people lay them all evenly. I like to do one layer one way and one layer another way. Maybe I'm just weird. And I've got 2 zucchini here today. And once again, do not use your mandolin without a guard. Don't do what I do. I have cut the side of my thumb off before. All right, so I'm going to lay this down. I think I can get one more. And even though that one slice was still really thin, I'm using it anyway. And I think I'll be able to get 3 or 4 layers, depending on how much cheese I have here. I could always make some more cheese, right? If I have enough cashews. Okay, so my bottom layer is finished. Now I'm going to do my taco. Doesn't really matter what order. My taco meat, my cauliflower nut mixture here. It's got sun-dried tomatoes, has a lot of Mexican seasoning, and pecans and walnuts. all just in the food processor. I didn't cook it or anything. And so you can see it's got a meaty texture. And once again, this recipe will be down below. So cauliflower is a cruciferous vegetable, which is wonderful for a million different reasons. Repairing DNA, for liver detox, all of those things. We're going to be cooking the tomato sauce, and that increases the availability of the lycopene, which is wonderful for many health reasons. Then I'm going to do, I think I'll do black beans next. Black beans on top. I'll do about a third. So you could use corn if you wanted to. I can't have corn, and so I did not include corn here in this one. But you could add corn, you could have olives. That would be good and give you a healthy fat. Now I'm going to do a layer of my cheese sauce. And it's kind of hard to spread, so I'm not sure if I can spread it. So I might just have to dollop, and when I put the next layer on, it'll kind of squish it down. Let's see if I can spread it. So I love this little offset spatula to spread. So my cheese sauce does have some cashews and some nutritional yeast to give it the cheesy flavor, and some other Mexican spices. I think I called this taco ranch sauce, maybe. That's in my video below. I kind of mix and match. I'm not very good at following recipes, and so a lot of times when I make it again, it's a little bit different, unless I go back and look at my recipe from before. Okay, so now let me do another layer of zucchini. Actually, I'll get my guard. Okay, so here's the guard for my mandolin. Am I calling it the right thing? Okay, do a little bit more of that one. I should be able to get 3 or 4 layers here. And now do some more. Cut the ends off. Okay, here's another layer of zucchini. Now zucchini does have it's a lot of water in it. It does have a lot of nutrients, but not as many as some of your other fruits and vegetables. Winter squashes, this is called a summer squash. They just aren't as nutrient dense as some of the other ones, but it's still a good choice. Eggplant too has other benefits, but I'm just using the zucchini here. So back to our cauliflower meat, my taco meat, with the pecans and the walnuts. It has a good mixture of omega-6s and omega-3 fats there. Walnuts are higher than pecans, more beneficial for brain health. Have those in here. If you buy sun-dried tomatoes, make sure you read the ingredients. A lot of times they put agents in there to preserve them. If you buy them dried, if you buy them in oils, just check and make sure that it's a high quality oil. I prefer to buy the dried than the oil, the ones in the oil. So here is another layer of our red sauce. Once again, we're going to be heating it. So this one has tomatoes, red bell pepper, which is also fabulous for many different reasons, high in antioxidants. A lot of garlic. We are going to be cooking the garlic, so we're not going to get as many of the benefits as if we would if we had kept it raw. But I'm going to be serving this with a kale salad with a dressing that has some raw garlic in there, so we'll get those benefits. All right, more black beans. Black beans are very high in fiber and protein. All the B vitamins, a wonderful source of B vitamins. This dark purpley color, that tells us they're very high in antioxidants that we don't find in some of our other foods. Try to find foods that are colors that you haven't been eating normally. So I think I'm just going to go ahead and finish this can because I don't know how many more layers I'm going to get. Depends on how big your zucchinis are. You know, if you run out of something, then that's going to be your top layer, right? Now, I did not preheat my oven. You can see behind me. I didn't preheat it because I'm going to put this in the refrigerator and have it for tomorrow night. So it's something that you can make ahead. I made the sauces yesterday. I'm putting it together today. I'm going to bake it tomorrow. Sometimes I will even put this in the dehydrator all day long. In the morning, I'll cover it with foil and put it in the dehydrator and leave it all there. And then when we get home, take it out of the dehydrator and it is nice and warm and the zucchini will be cooked through. Tomorrow I'm going to put this at 350 degrees for about 30 minutes. I am going to keep it covered. And then right before we serve it, I will sprinkle some nutritional yeast on top, and we'll talk about that in a minute. All right, so I have my cheese, and now I'm going to do one more layer of zucchini. You can see I did not use all of my taco meat. I'm going to have to save that for taco salad night. Or we'll have taco salads for lunch, maybe. Let's see. Use the guard. And I said I was going to put them in different ways, but I didn't. I'm doing them all this way, but that's okay. One zucchini left. And I can fill in this little gap with it. Okay, so here is my top layer. And I think what I will do is another layer of the taco meat. Because everything is already kind of cooked, I don't have any raw meat. Some people eat things like this raw, just as is. If you like raw zucchini, then that's an option for you. I like it to be warmed, and so in the dehydrator, I do like that. My family prefers zucchini cooked all the way through, and so that's why I'm cooking it tomorrow. They don't like the zucchini as well as I do. Okay, now I will finish off my red sauce on top. Once again, you could add corn, olives. You could even put some sliced tomatoes in here. Some chilies or jalapenos would be good. Maybe put some jalapenos on top. That's a good idea. Get it all out. Smells good even though it's cold. You can see how I'm using the back of the measuring cup to kind of spread it out, but I kind of ran out of room. The good thing is the zucchini is very high in water, and so it will release those waters, so it will still be pretty juicy. It's not going to dry all out, and I'm going to cook it with the foil on it. Decorating my hand here. And I will put the rest of our ranch sauce on top. And I really don't have a lot, so I might make it look more like a fresh mozzarella or something. I could always make some more and spread it on the top. And then I can sprinkle nutritional yeast on top. People call it nooch. And this one's Bragg's. This is actually not Bragg's. We buy it in a bulk bin and actually reuse this container. and we do not run these through the dishwasher, but we can sprinkle some of this on and it will give it a cheesier flavor. You could leave it off if you want. A lot of times nutritional yeast is fortified with different vitamins, and so you'll want to check your ingredients whenever you buy nutritional yeast. And sprinkle some of that on. All right, there we go. So it takes a little while to make the individual sauces. It's really, I've made this in the blender, I made this in the blender, and then you can see how easy it was to put it together. Made this in the food processor. It's really just chop and throw them in, chop and throw it in, chop and throw it in. And once again, I'll tag those recipes below. Here is our Mexican lasagna. It's gonna be delicious. A super easy meal to throw together tomorrow night. We'll have it with a kale salad. If you make this recipe, let me know. Please like and share my videos and subscribe. Hit that subscribe link down below. And comment. Let me know how you like this recipe and what else you would like to see and learn. Enjoy!